Are you thinking about moving to the Tampa Bay area and it keeps coming up on your radar, but you have no idea where to even start? Then this video is for you. Here's the thing, relocating to Tampa is not like moving to any other city in Florida. Pick the wrong area and you could be miserable. I've seen this happen over and over again. Families pack up, move across the country, and within 2 years, they're doing it all over again because they landed in the wrong spot. But get it right, and this becomes the best decision you ever make. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through everything: the neighborhoods, the costs, the lifestyle differences, the mistakes I see buyers make, and the things most people don't find out until it's too late. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether Tampa Bay is right for you and if it's where you should be looking. So let's start with the big picture. Tampa Bay is not one city. It's not even one county. It's 3 counties, Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pasco, wrapped around a body of water, each with a completely different personality. And here's what most people miss. Tampa Bay doesn't have a single downtown. It has several. Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, each one its own city with its own identity and its own price point and its own lifestyle. Most people move here, only explore one of them. That's the first mistake. The second mistake, coming here with a budget from 2022. Things have changed. Home prices has stabilized. Insurance is a real factor, and the areas that made sense 3 years ago might not make sense today. So I'm gonna give you the 2026 reality, not what the blogs say, not what your cousin who visited once told you, the actual ground truth from someone who does this every single day. All right, let's break down by geography, because where you live in Tampa Bay determines everything: your commute, your beach access, your home price, and honestly, your entire lifestyle. Hillsborough is Tampa proper and everything east of it. It is where you'll find the most new construction, the biggest master plan communities, and the most growth. Think Wesley Chapel, Riverview, Brandon, Lithia, and if you want a newer home, more square footage for your dollar, and you don't mind being 30 to 45 minutes from the beach, this is your side. Home prices here typically range from $350,000 to $550,000 for a family home in a good community. And you'll find some of the best school districts in the region in places like Lithia and Odessa. Pinellas County, across the bridge to Pinellas County, and everything changes. This is where you get the beaches: Clearwater, St. Pete, Dunedin, Safety Harbor. It's more developed, more walkable, and closer to the water, but it's also more expensive and more congested. Homes here start higher. You're looking at $400,000 to $700,000 plus for something near the coast. And inventory is tighter because there's simply less land. Pinellas County is a peninsula, and they're not making any more of it. North of Tampa, you got Pasco County, places like Llano Lake, Hudson, Newport Richey. This is where buyers go when they want more land, lower prices, and slower pace. You can still find homes in the $275,000 to $400,000 range there. The trade-off, you're farther from the city center and beaches. But for a lot of families, that trade-off is worth it. Hey there, welcome back to Tampa Bay Florida Living. I'm Min from Selection Group. I moved to Tampa Bay over 10 years ago from the Northeast, and I have been helping families relocate here ever since. I know exactly what it feels like to be where you are right now, staring at Zillow at midnight, trying to figure out which area makes sense, wondering if you're making the right call. And that's where me and my team come in. You may call, text, and email me and my team for a free consultation. We'll help you figure out which side of the bay is the right one for you before you make that trip down here and help you get it right the first time. Now, let's talk numbers, because here's what people overlook about relocating to Tampa. Tampa Bay is not just the home price. There are 3 costs that catch people off guard every single time. Number 1 is insurance. Florida insurance is the #1 shop for relocators. And I'm going to be real with you, it's not cheap. A $400,000 home in Tampa can run you around $3,000 to $5,000 a year in home insurance, depending on the roof, the age, and flood zone. So if you're coming from a state where you paid $800 a year, that's a sticker shock moment. But here's the honest truth. It's gotten better. Rates are starting to stabilize. There are programs like my Safe Florida Home Grant that can help offset costs. And not every area is the same. A home in Odessa at a higher elevation will cost less to insure than a home in Shore Acres that's in a flood zone. This is why you need someone who knows the map, not just the Zillow listing. Number 2, property taxes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pasco County are all slightly different, but generally you're looking at a roughly 0.8% to 1.1% of your home assessed value annually. So on a home that is $400,000, that's $3,200 to $4,400 a year. And here's what catches people. Florida has a homestead exemption that can reduce your assessed value by up to $50,000. You have to apply for it. A lot of relocators don't know that and leave money on the table. Number 3, the CDD fees. This one nobody warns you about. CDD fees. If you buy a newer master plan community, there's a good chance you'll pay a community development district fee on top of your HOA. This is basically the developer passing the cost of roads, infrastructure to the homeowner. I've seen CDD fees range from $1,500 to $4,000 a year, and they're baked into your tax bill, so you don't always see them until closing. This is the kind of thing that turns a $2,200 mortgage payment into a $2,700 payment. And I've seen buyers not find out until the final disclosure. No sugarcoating. You need to ask about CDD fees before you make an offer. But here's what most people miss about relocating to Tampa Bay, and this next part is the difference between a move that works and a move you regret. It's not about the house, it's about the lifestyle match. So let's get real about who Tampa Bay is actually right for, because I sat across enough clients to know this area is not a one-size-fits-all. You want year-round outdoor living, boating, golf, beaches, parks. This is a lifestyle first region. If you're tired of shoveling snow and you want to be outside in February, Tampa Bay delivers. You work remotely or have flexibility, the job market here is strong, specifically in finance, healthcare, and defense. But the real advantage is that Tampa Bay is a remote work-friendly city. Cost of living is lower than most Northeast and West Coast metros, and there's no state income tax. You're looking for a long-term home, not a quick flip. This market rewards patience. If you're planning to stay 5 years plus, the appreciation story here is strong, especially in the growing corridors south and north of Tampa. You need 4 distinct seasons. Summer here is not a season, it's a lifestyle. It's hot, it's humid, and it lasts from May to October. If you can't handle that, Florida is going to be a rough adjustment. You want walkable urban density? Tampa Bay is car dependent. Outside of downtown, St. Pete, and few pockets of Tampa, you are driving everywhere. If you're looking for Brooklyn or Chicago walkability, this isn't it. If you're on a tight budget and want to be near the water, waterfront comes at a premium here. If you need to stay under $300,000 and want to be 10 minutes from the beach, that's a tough match in 2026. But that's where towns like Plant City, parts of Pasco come in, and you get the Florida lifestyle at a price that works. All right, the honest truth, every relocation video I ever seen talks about sunshine and beaches. Nobody talks about the catches. So here's what I tell every client before they sign anything. Summer heat. It's not just warm, it's oppressive from June through September. 90-degree plus with 80% humidity. Your electric bill in summer will reflect that. Budget $200 to $350 a month for a 2,000 square foot home during peak season. Flood zones. Large parts of Tampa Bay are in flood zone, especially Pinellas County and areas near the water. If you're in a Zone A or Zone AE, your lender will require flood insurance on top of homeowner insurance. That can add $500 to $2,000 a year. And here's what most people miss. Flood zones can change. FEMA redraws these maps. A home that wasn't in a flood zone a few years ago might be now. So always check the current flood map before you make an offer. Now let's talk insurance. Some carriers still non-renewing policies in Florida, especially for older roofs. If you're buying a home with a roof that's over 15 years old, you may struggle to find coverage or you may pay significantly more. This is a real issue, and it's one of the first things my team checks when we're evaluating a property for a client. Now, let's talk traffic. Tampa Bay traffic has gotten worse. The population boom means I-275 and I-75 and the bridges can be rough during rush hours. If you're commuting from Wesley Chapel to downtown Tampa, you're looking at 45 minutes to an hour each way during peak times. So choose your location based on where you'll actually be driving to, not just where the house looks nice on Zillow. So here is my verdict. Tampa Bay in 2026 is still one of the best relocation destinations in the country. But if you do it right, and doing it right means three things. One, before you scroll online on Zillow, ask yourself, do I want to be near the beach? Do I want a new construction home? Do I want more land? That answer eliminates 2/3 of the map immediately. Two, take your monthly comfort number and subtract insurance, property taxes, CDD fees, and HOA. What's left is your actual mortgage capacity. If you skip this step, you'll fall in love with a house you can't afford. Three, this isn't a market where you can just show up, tour 3 houses, and make an offer. The CDD fees, the flood zones, and the insurance landscape, these are the things that will cost you tens of thousands if you get them wrong. Hey, and since you stuck with me so far, here is a fun fact. I have an insider tip for you. Tampa Bay has more golf courses per capita than almost any metro area in the country. But here's what most people don't know. Some of the best courses are the municipal ones. Rogers Park Golf Course in Tampa is a historic public course designed by Robert Harris, and it costs less than $40 to play 18 holes. You don't need a $500 club membership to live the Florida golf lifestyle. You just need to know where to look. So if you're watching this and thinking, okay, Min, I'm interested, but I don't know which side of the bay is right for me. And that's exactly where me and my team come in. So make sure you call, text, and email us for a free consultation. All our information is in the description below. We will walk you through your budget, your lifestyle, your timeline, and we'll help you figure out if Tampa Bay is actually the right move. And if it is, we'll help you find the exact neighborhood that fits. No pressure, no sales pitch, just honest advice from someone who's been doing this for over a decade. So let me know in the comments below where you're moving from and what's your biggest question about relocating to Tampa Bay, because I actually read every single comment and I'll personally respond. And if you find this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button, share this video with someone you know who's thinking about making the move, and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next in Tampa Bay, Florida Living. Bye.